Hello, everybody. This is the Antinatalist, and I have found multiple cigarette packets, empty packets, on the streets of Montreal. In fact, I found these packets in 3 different areas, actually. So, it's a very clean city. It is not littered. However, the litter that I have seen has been from smokers, either cigarette butts and these 3 packets, which it's not that common in where I live in America to find in the USA to find just a complete cigarette pack empty. But yes, it does happen. But as a tourist, since I've seen 3 of these packets in a short time, it really indicates something. I don't know what, but it does indicate something. Now, these packets are written in French on one side and English on another. So, they are printed with images and descriptions of people who were addicted and dying, or children who are affected. Mother and daughter are both addicted to tobacco. Nicotine is the drug in tobacco that causes addiction. Brenda and Kennelly. So anyway, and addiction is genetic from what I understand, and it is best never to pick up a cigarette. There have been warnings on cigarette labels since the mid-60s from what I remember, because my dad was a chain smoker and me and my brother hated his smoking. In fact, we would break his cigarettes and we would put them back in the cartons and we would write on them cancer sticks. But my dad smoked until the day he died, heavily smoked, actually. And he hated it. He tried many, many things to quit. And there was all kinds of, pills and potions and even hypnotherapy back in the 60s. But he hated the addiction. He had a hard time climbing stairs in his 40s because of the addiction. And my dad was healthy weight. He was, athletic and healthy, so cigarettes did not help him at all. And here's one. Your kids are sick of your smoking. Secondhand smoke causes more frequent and severe asthmatic attacks in children. And another thing that it does, it causes cancer in dogs. Secondhand smoke from dogs who cannot avoid the smoke or walk out of a room is significant. And people who smoke often have pets, and they are not considerate of their pets whatsoever. Quitting smoking increases life expectancy and improves quality of life. People who quit smoking increase their chances of living longer. Now, I want to excerpt something into that sentence. Speaking from an antinatalist perspective, you may say, well, I don't want to live long. But smoking is not the way to go down. It's not the way to deteriorate. Smoking causes lung issues, potential cancer, shortness of breath, coughing, sluggishness, dental decay, bad breath, black stains on your teeth. There are many things that smoking does to harm your body before it kills you. So it's not a way to, passively commit suicide if that's what you're thinking, because it's going to decrease the comfort level of your life. It may not affect you in your 20s, but it certainly will in your 30s and 40s. And you will be regretful. because there's no reason to pick up a cigarette. Coughing. Here's a little insert, little tab in there. It says, coughing is your lungs warning you it's time to quit. And this is a lady dying of lung cancer. This is what dying of lung cancer looks like. Barb Tarbox. Oh boy, Tarbox, like tar and nicotine. Anyway, she died at 42 of lung cancer caused by cigarettes. So hey folks, you know, it's a very piss poor way to go on living. It causes extreme environmental harm at that. And it is certainly not a good way to live your life. So smoking is not an instant death, and actually most things aren't. If you are addicted, you will just keep seeking the addiction. You will pay for your drug. You will work to pay for your drug, and you know, it's just a never-ending battle. You know, I mean, I watched my dad suffer with addiction, and then his second wife, my stepmother, also suffered with addiction. She was very heavily addicted to cigarettes. And so warning labels have been on cigarettes for many decades. I mean, almost six decades. But people are still picking up cigarettes and smoking. It makes no sense. And you know, what more can be done? I mean, yeah, I like cigarettes and you know, ripped from the market completely. Cigars and cigarettes and every kind of tobacco product. But obviously the lobbies are very powerful, and that's not going to happen. It is going to be available for people to use and abuse. But you don't have to pick up a cigarette or chewing tobacco or anything, because it's not going to help you. It's going to harm you. So thank you for watching my video, and I'm going to go out on the streets, and I'm sure I'm going to see a lot of butts that were thrown out on the ground.